There's no turning back. We have to work together and survive long enough to escape this city. No matter what it takes.
Do you love horror games? Do you love survival games? Do you love zombie games? If the answer to any of these questions is yes, then I highly suggest taking a look at this upcoming game. Into the Dead: Our Darkest Days, developed by PikPok, is an interesting new prospect in the zombie survival category. It has a very unique twist as it's a side-scroller. Choose your survivors and get ready to loot and build your community. Do you think you'll survive? Let me know down in the comments below if you have what it takes, and also let me know what other zombie games you've played in the past. Texas, 1980. Walton City has fallen to a zombie outbreak. Lead a band of desperate survivors from refuge to refuge by scavenging, crafting, and fighting in a relentless struggle for survival. Plan wisely, stick together, and above all, keep moving if you want to make it out alive. I'll be the first to admit I've never really played many games of this style that truly have piqued my interest as much as Into the Dead has. From the little amount of playable gameplay you can experience with the demo, which will be linked in the description, I can already tell this game will be pretty special. Although it might not be for everyone, I highly suggest to at least test out the demo to get a feel for it. It may be a little bit repetitive, but they will be releasing updates after launch. We know this to be true because they've even posted about it via their Twitter account. The first major update will be in May 2025 and will consist of a few additions. We'll talk about them right now. With this first May update, we can expect the following additions. Curveballs will be environmental and global events that can now affect your shelter over time. These can be positive or negative, and may force you to alter your strategy. Zombified survivors may be encountered when returning to a previously visited location where they had died. There will be an additional starting shelter when starting your game. An addition of throwable items will be included also. Let's hope for some fire so we can burn the Zeds to a crisp. Last but not least for this first update is door barging. When you don't have to be subtle, sprinting through a door may just get you to where you're going faster. The development team states that there will be a major update every 4 to 6 weeks. This is huge for the longevity of the game. Some of the future early access content will include some promising sounding updates. Shelter breaches, enemy raids, food degrading, more crafting recipes, and new stations for the shelter. New survivors, character bonds, skills, and armor for the survivors. NPCs will be added for trading, side quests, etc. Scavenging, infection, combat, weapons, and even the zombies will all be receiving updates along the way. Also, the addition of man's best friend. What can go wrong with having a pooch as a sidekick? Video, audio, and UI improvements will also be a main focus throughout the game's lifecycle, along with regular hotfixes and patches. Just going off this roadmap, it seems like we have a ton of exciting content to look forward to. At the beginning of the game, you'll be able to choose from a few different survivor duos. I'm unsure if the characters that are included in the demo will be the only ones to choose from at first release. There could be more, but we'll just touch base on the ones we know for sure. First up is Tracy and Wayne. Tracy went to the rodeo to protest the treatment of horses, but fell for Wayne, a rugged bronc rider who somehow won her over. Despite their different backgrounds, the pair's connection was like lightning, and they quickly began planning a future. Next up is Daryl and Leo. Daryl was an irritable high school baseball coach who has been grappling with a difficult student named Leo. The third survivors to choose from are Sebastian and Diane. Diane had spent her time waiting tables at the local bar, saving for a high-end pair of turntables. She always struggled with Sebastian, the bar's owner. Introducing Hector and Kayla. Kayla, a rebellious high school student, and her father, Hector, who often pushed her into embracing his passion for outdoor living and self-reliance. Finally, we meet Daphne and Penny. Daphne, a dedicated therapist, and Penny, her patient. All characters have specific traits to them, as you can see on screen, so choose carefully. Feel free to pause the video if you need to read them individually. Who has prompted your interest the most? April 9th can't get here fast enough. I'm ready to dive headfirst into this zombie apocalypse and test my luck. I often die in these type of games, but it's a fun learning curve to grasp. I'll be binging this game day one, so be sure to subscribe so you can keep an eye out for our posts on Twitter and YouTube, and most importantly, our live streams. I hope I was able to shed a little bit of light on this title that I'm pretty darn excited about. From the ups and downs of the struggle, we will all prevail in the end. Thank you so much for watching today's video. Be sure to like and subscribe if you love everything horror. Feel free to take a look at some of our other horror content here and here.